Motivation has been a huge part in my life. Without motivation and determination, I really didn't aspire to do anything. I stayed alone in my room or just by myself somewhere and didn't get anything done. I didn't really have any motivation to do anything. There was no one ever came to me and said, "Hey, TJ, I really need you to do this, and this is why I need you to do it." Or if I had something to do and there was no motivation there to do it or determination, I didn't do it. And at the beginning of all my classes, especially this class, I was on top of things. I I gave feedback, positive feedback. I was never harsh to anyone, and if I ever came off harsh in any way, I never meant it. I have no right to judge anyone in this class because we're all learning how to become better at speeches. That's the whole point of this class. When I started this class, like I said, I was on top of things. I gave feedback. I did my speeches. And, I was on the computer all the time, seeing when things needed to be done. And then, all of a sudden, motivation just got cut off. I didn't aspire to do this class. I mean, it wasn't, I knew I needed things to be done. I knew I needed to do, but as far as getting on the computer, it was hard for me to do. If I got on the computer, I wanted to get into InDesign or Photoshop and just design. I had no determination or desire just to get on Blackboard to be able to take my classes. I started getting back onto Blackboard, and I started catching back up as much as I could, and there was a couple things I did not do in this class. Two major projects that I did not do in this class, and I should have. As far as me personally as a student, I normally am on top of things, especially when I'm inside of a classroom. And I think that was the most dangerous part of this online class was not being able to have the teacher talk to me face to face, as well as not be able to give my speech and not have others around me to talk to instead of just a camera. So I didn't. That really didn't give me motivation at all, or determination to even do it. I'm sorry. I've listened to a few speeches, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. I really did. I love listening to others give speeches. I love listening to fellow classmates give speeches. And I don't believe I deserve an A in this class. I don't. If I deserved an A, I would have done those final projects. I would have continued to stay on top of things, and I would have really really logged onto the computer every day to make sure something was not due, and if it needed to be due, to do it. At the beginning of this, I would have said I deserved an A. But now I don't. I personally don't even think I deserve a B. Because my focus was not all the way there. My attitude toward this class was good. I knew this class should have been a breeze for me. I've been on stage a lot. I've done musicals. I did a narration not too long ago at the church. And I knew speech was not a stress in my life. And so, my attitude toward this class was, it'll be fine. I shouldn't have any problems out of it. But the problems I did have out of it were not giving the speech. It was, personal, as in getting on the computer to check and see. I don't believe I deserve a D or an F. I did do work, and it may not have been the best. It sometimes may not have been on time, but I did do the work. I did give feedback. I was nice about it. I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. I never I never looked at another person's speech and criticized them for anything that they've done, because we all learn differently. We all uh, we all sound differently. We all develop writings differently, and we all have our own opinion about certain things. So for me to judge a person on their speech and be in the class with them, I believe is wrong. There's nothing wrong with help, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, saying, hey, you can work on this a little bit more than working on that. That's okay, but I I would never, ever, I would never hurt someone's feeling in a speech, because we all have things we need to work on. You know, where I'm at right now is probably where I'm going to be for the rest of my life in giving a speech. Now, in writing a speech, I could be better. My writings could, you know, use a little help in writing my speech. But as far as presenting myself, verbally giving a speech, I think where I'm at is where I'm going to be. I don't believe that I could get any worse than I am. And as far as better goes, I don't know how you could train someone to be a better speaker other than pronunciation classes and diction. And those are the two that could really, you know, help someone speak better. But as far as right now, I think I'm at a place where I'm comfortable with how I sound. I'm comfortable about, you know, presenting myself, and I'm comfortable about being in front of people. Yes, I said my writings could be a lot better, and they could. And that's where I would need help, and that's where I would, you know, aspire to do better. I believe in this class I deserve a C, and I probably shouldn't even deserve that. You know, I really don't know what I deserve. I know what I would like. I would not like an A, because I know I don't deserve that. I know I don't deserve a B. I would like a C in this class. And not just for, you know, my parents, and not just, you know, to make me feel better about myself, but C is in the middle. I was never, you know, on top of things, but I was never, you know, didn't do anything. I was right there in the middle where I did do my work. Sometimes it may have been late. There was a couple projects I did not do. I presented myself nicely. I wore the correct clothing. I pronounced my words. After listening to myself, if I did not like how I sounded, I redid, so that I could, you know, be just a little bit more clear with my words and how I'm saying things. So, what grade I deserve, I do not know. That is your determination. What grade I would like would be a C. And if I don't get it, I completely understand. And if I have to retake this class, I will. And I will do it in a different setting. I won't do it online. I will do it inside of a classroom. I feel like I am a well student. I do my work. I get it done. You know, I do what a student is supposed to do. But I should not have loaded myself up with online classes. So I know you will throw at me whatever I deserve. What I would like is a C, if I get it or not. Thank you for your time teaching us, and I'm sorry I was not as great as what I should have been. Thank you.